Hey guys, it's Eric. So I got another good question. Basically, someone asked, I think they're asking for my opinion for what I do. What would be the perfect spec trailer, end dump trailer? And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tell you what I would do. Um, it's hard. I cannot tell somebody what they should do because it depends on the city, it depends on the state they're in and what their bridge laws are. Because some people can run a 34-foot trailer with two axles and gross 80,000 truck and trailer combined in their states, or even like even less, But in my state of Minnesota, I have to have three axles to gross 30,000. So, like I might want, if I want to only have a tandem, then I need to have a 39-foot trailer. Now, if you get a 39-foot trailer, I believe you can take that trailer across 48 and won't have any problems in any state. And it doesn't matter how long your tractor is, as long as it has it, it's a tandem axle tractor. So as long as you have 5 axles, you should be good. You just have to worry about making sure the weight's distributed properly over all your axles, but that's another deal. So I'm assuming that the person asking this question knows this, but what I'll do is I'll tell you why I would get the trailer that I'd get, and then you got to think about your area, what your specifications are for your area and what would make sense. So one thing I'll say is, like, in my area, the shortest trailer that you can get is 28 feet. That still grosses 80,000, but you have to have 4 axles on the trailer. Not a lot of people do that. Most of the time we're doing 3 axles on the trailer and we're at 34 feet. The benefit of a shorter trailer is the, I don't know how you say it, but it doesn't go as high in the air, which doesn't give you gives you a better chance of not tipping the trailer over. The higher you go up in the air, it's like leverage working against you, and if something happens, it's easier for it to tip. So, okay, so what I would get, if I was just starting out and I just could get one trailer, was I would get it's hard. It's a hard question for me. I would get a 34-foot triaxle trailer, square trailer with an extra large cold door chute on the back. I'd get an asphalt tarp. I would have a tarp. I get an asphalt tarp. There's a difference between a regular poly tarp and an asphalt liner. I would get about 48-inch sides, which isn't very high sides, but it's, it is what it is. And it'd be a triaxle with the front axle would lift. So 34 foot long, 96 inches wide, 48 inches high. I get a power roll tarp on it, and then I have an extra large cold door on the back. I don't ever really use a cold door, but the reasoning for all this is in my area, you can still gross 25 ton with that trailer if you have a light truck. Pretty much any Freightliner day cab will get you to 25 ton, which is kind of the goal, in my opinion. In my area, that's what we're trying to haul, is 25 ton. That's what we're trying to net. So we're trying to get paid for. And if you gotta haul something that's bulky, you still have a little bit of room, like for wood chips or something like that, or corn. If you're getting paid by the bushel on it, you can haul some of the lighter material with it. and still kind of get up to weight. But I'm buying it for specifically for the main thing that I'm going to use it for, which would be gravel. And a lot of times we do pretty much, if you only have one trailer and you're an owner operator, or even if you have somebody in your truck, it costs money to not work that day. And a framed triaxle trailer is the most marketable trailer out there for doing anything that needs to be done. Because a frameless, some construction type jobs, when you're backing down and you're building roads, so like you'll back down a road, dump at the end of the road, and then the dozer pushes it back, and then the next truck backs further back, dumps. You can't do that with a frameless. It depends. Some jobs you can, but if you never want to say no, I can't do that because I got a frameless, then you want a frame trailer. If you know that mostly what you're going to do is plant hauls, then I'd probably go with a frameless. If you're going to be working in a farm application type setting, then I'd probably go with a framed. If you're going to be delivering out into a farm field or driving out in a farm field, then probably a framed. The shorter the trailer, the less likely it is that it's going to tip, but that's kind of an issue too. So let's see, was that it? I'd get the asphalt liner because then you can haul asphalt with it. I mean, it's just I don't know. You're just trying to set yourself up to be as marketable as possible. You got volume, you can hold volume, you can hold weight, and in a triaxle, I don't know as far as across the 48 states, but I know in my area I can get to 80,000 and be legal in all the states that surround me, which would be the Dakotas, Iowa, Wisconsin. Obviously, I'm in Minnesota, and even Michigan. It's legal to have a 3-axle and gross 80,000. So you can go across state lines, and that three axles is going to help you with your axling out. If you're hauling something that, let's say, you can get up to 80,000, but you got to fill the trailer all the way up. Well, if you have a 3-axle, then you're allowed extra weight on the back. So like normally you can only go to 34,000 on your back tandems. Because you have the 3rd axle, it allows you to go up to, I don't know what it is. I don't want to say because I don't know off the top of my head. You don't really have to worry about it though. I don't worry about it, and that's why I don't know, because it just always works out if you just want to be a little bit heavier on your back axle. But like I say, sometimes if you're hauling something very bulky, like one of the things we haul is tire shreds, it doesn't matter because, I mean, you can't adjust the load. It's just to get up to weight, it's got to be the way it is. But on tire shreds, we actually use a spread axle, a 39-foot spread axle to get up to weight, and then it does the same. A spread does the same thing with the. It gives you some flexibility with your axle weights. But I was trying to make this video a little bit shorter, but hopefully I answered your questions in a way that made sense. If you have a question about this video, just let me know, and I'll shoot you a text back with a comment or make a video on it. Thanks.